What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Asia session live stream. Today, I am looking for something for price to leave this consolidation right here. So it is currently consolidating. I'm looking for price to leave the consolidation. I just noticed that we started off no wick. We did just make a wick and slightly missed the 1 hour for value gap that got inverted right here when Asia session opened. So this can potentially be running on buy side from this level right here. But because it's inside of this consolidation, I'm thinking we might just disrespect this 1 hour and run back down anyways. If I see sell side, because I honestly think today's going to be a bearish day. If I start seeing that it does disrespect this, I'm just going to turn around and look for sell. Sorry, somebody was knocking on the door. What I'm looking for, what I was saying. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Okay, what I was saying is that we have a 1 hour IFEG. We closed above this as soon as Asia opened. This is the 1 hour candle from Asian open. And so we closed above this level, which means it's a bullish level now. We're expecting price to go higher from here. But because we're inside of like a sort of consolidation, I don't think we're actually going to run. I don't think price even wants to run because we have a super high impact news tomorrow, CPI. So it's probably not going to run, but just kind of keep staying inside of this consolidation. So I'm just going to kind of pay attention to how it treats this gap right here, depending on whether we respect it when we tap into it or whether we run straight through it, close below it. If we close below it, then I'm not going to look for that buy side anymore. Also, I mentioned this in one of my daily analysis. Typically, every single daily range so far has ran from about 60, 70 pips. So this one's 56 pips. Previous daily range over here is just about the same. 66 pips. Here we got another bullish candle. About 50. 66. So it has like a typical pattern of how much it runs down before it runs up. And here, this one's barely like 20 pips. 22. So either way, I do think we're going to run on some sell side before we run up. So that's just my bias going into it. We have a 30-minute gap right here. Just kind of literally waiting for price to respect or disrespect this 1 hour gap. And that's kind of going to give me a narrative whether I'm going to be selling, whether I'm going to be buying in this particular session. Everyone understand that? What time does your London session say it starts? My time zone's PST. It starts at 11 p.m. Do you think it's gonna continue to buy next week? Depending on the news event, I'm honestly more oriented towards sells for the entire month, but we'll see depending on like interest rates next week. It's been going down this week so far. I don't think it's going to. Looks good. Yeah, we're already kind of seeing bunch of sell side. We're seeing it respect bunch of bearish confluences like this right here. It could have ran on all-time highs here like it's normally been. It's never stopped for anything. But you can see here we stopped today and then we started just kind of consolidating towards sell side. But most of the news that have hit so far have been bullish news. Okay, so let's watch this now. Let's see what happens in this 1 hour FEG. We still haven't rebalanced either, so we're about to see, guys. Is it gonna literally tap and expand towards buy side, or are we gonna tap and melt through it? Are we just gonna completely ignore the fact that there's an IFEG right there? That's what's gonna give us the narrative. You gotta read order flow. You don't just use a gap and try to go long from it. You kind of have to understand that we're inside of a consolidation. So if it wants to run down, I think like it would disrespect the gap, but I think it's safer to literally sell in this range because we are moving down. So I don't think a buy here would necessarily be a good decision. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's keep watching price. So we did just tap the 30-minute and now we're pulling back down from it. We have a huge 30-minute IFEG. So overall, this is some bearish price action. Like we're still respecting it. Like earlier, we respected this gap right here. This was before New York session closed in the previous day. So we respected it and ran lower from there. Now we're respecting another one, and maybe if we run lower, it's kind of just going to show us that we are bearish. Okay, so what just happened? We just rebalanced the 1 hour. We didn't tap into the IFEG, I don't think. Let's see. We did tap into the IFEG. So we rebalanced and tapped into the IFEG. Super bullish confluence. Next thing we can look for is like if it closes above this 30-minute. So we tapped. We're going to see right now. If this pushes price up, we can just kind of look for longs. We can look for these equal highs right here. Pretty good target right there. Equal highs, maybe all-time highs right after. Welcome to the stream. What do you guys eat today? What do you guys do today? If you guys think you're having a bad day, look at what this guy said in chat. He broke his arm at work and he can't do nothing but trade. So don't be complaining about little stuff. Cutting so a bunch of protein and vegetables. Nice. Anybody else? Anybody have some pizza today? Anybody have some fast food? I personally ate some shrimp. Shrimp and potatoes. Word of the day, Mark. Today I read Genesis, Abraham getting tested by God. When you guys know the story of Abraham? He had a son at like 100 years old. Like he couldn't have a son with his wife for the longest time, and then God blessed him with a son when he was 100 years old, and then God tests him, like his first son that he has at 100 years old, and God tests him. Well, it's not his first son, but like the other son he had was like with a servant, so it's not like a son with his wife. You know, he didn't like really respect that. But the first son he had with his wife, he was 100 years old, and then God tests him by saying, go and sacrifice your son. Like he made him. This was obviously in the Old Testament, you know, like nowadays that's not really happening, but back then they did like sacrifices with like animals. And he went and did that, and like right as before he was about to like, you know, take the life of his son, an angel stopped him and said, because you were faithful. And then God provided a ram that got stuck in like the bush nearby. Okay, we are expanding towards Byside here. Digging through the 30-minute. That would have been a good entry now that I think about it, but I just couldn't take the risk that we were going to pull up higher there. We kind of want to watch how price treats this 30-minute as well. Whether we close above or below it is significant. Maybe we do just start running up anyways, just because this was kind of post New York session when it was like kind of losing volatility. And then now that we're inside of Asia session, we got a whole bunch of new volatility. We might just pull up and like take out these highs. So I'm ready to do either of those things. Like if we close above this 30-minute, we might start seeing that happen. We just have to wait 14 more minutes. Yeah, please don't actually send the video in here, but it's very sad what happened to Charlie Kirk. Genuinely, like, nobody deserves that whatsoever. And bro did good. Like, he talked to people, and maybe he was a little aggressive, but either way, he was just sharing his opinion. And that's just, it's terrible. Nobody deserves that, seriously. Yeah, I saw the video earlier today. I was just like, man, like, people are just disgusting. Some people are cruel, and like, there's no explanation for that, seriously. No matter how you like feel, like, that's never an option. Like, go talk to the person or go complain to somebody else, but just killing them for that is just wrong. Chicken and potatoes. We eat pizzas once a year. You're funny. I missed a trade that I could have closed at work, but the service wasn't working. Dang. One of my favorite chapters. Nice. Do you know? Yeah, I knew about that. I didn't agree with his opinions, but how he died is heartbreaking. Super uncalled for. Yeah. You reap what you sow. That's just not a... I don't support that. Like, that's just terrible to say. Splash droid. Like, think about what you just said. Like, you're saying that... And honestly, what he did, it wasn't even that bad. Like, he was literally just sharing his opinions in a college campus, like, in public. Like, that's not illegal. That's not even something you can be punished for. He did not reap anything. This why just trade, do your own thing without making noise, and you could. Yeah, that's true. Guy who shot him is part of the problem, definitely. Since a top wick formed, could it sell? It could 100% sell. Like I said, we're kind of in this consolidation, so this is like kind of hitting the top of it. The only thing is like it can just run through it because we're in Asia session. It's just more out because of social media. I agree. They did catch the person who killed him. I didn't really look into it. Just seeing that was enough of a sign to me that, like, I don't know, there's so much cruel people. There's so much people that just don't understand, like, that there's other ways of, like, taking out your emotions. Somebody spotted him and didn't say anything to the police. Yeah, but you're just a bystander. Like, you don't really know what the dude's doing on the roof. Yeah, 2 kids and a wife. Like, so sad for them. How's the 50 account flip going? We're taking trades here and there. Haven't been full sending it until we get a little bit higher. Just taking little trades. We got some break-even trades. 2 other incidents like that in the past year-ish, yeah. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know his kids were there. I mean, would you mess with somebody who has a gun? Especially if you have no idea what they're doing. Exactly. No, but I think some higher-ups wanted him dead and the killer got paid. Yeah, well, he's gonna end up in jail, but, like, maybe for his family. Still. Crazy. How's everybody doing today? We're just talking about the incident that occurred today. But to brighten things up, what did you guys eat today? What did you guys do today? How many of you guys had some work? How many of you guys having a good day? Who's having a bad day? Who's having a bad day? Why are you guys having a bad day? Hey, my protein goal. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, 9 minutes until the 30-minute closes. It's not even morning here. 5:51 a.m. What did you do yesterday then? Crazy that you're up here at 5 a.m., bro. At 5 a.m. I want to sleep. Good stuff to you. My day just started in Singapore. Woke up, went to work, got mad there. Had to do a lot of trig. But I hit another 400 tick bang. What do you do for work? Like trigonometry? Like math? Good morning, bro. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Machining work, precision, cutting metal. Oh, I see. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. 5:52 a.m. gang. Oh, hell nah. You guys are crazy. Like, literally, you guys are actually, you want it. You guys want it more than me. Literally. Maybe they're in the future. What's up, Thon? Welcome to the stream. Tuning in to the Discord this time, bros. Usually on YouTube. Can you zoom the charts desk? Oh, I could do that. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, so like the future. They're in the future, bro. Let me know what happens to gold in the future so I can take a trade right now and make some money. I'll send you your split. Just let me know what's going on. It's about who want it more. It's not always about that. It definitely is. Like, if you want it bad enough, you will succeed in anything you do. But most of the time, it's just about doing it smart. Like, there's a way to do everything. You just gotta spend. It's not about who's talented, Mark. Exactly. You're right, though. You're right. So, guys, this is a 1 hour IFG, so it's probably gonna take an hour. But if the 30-minute time frame decides to like close and pull down like this, like something below this level, I'm just gonna assume that we're running on the south side. We're gonna try to target this low, because remember, this is a 20 pip like open. Like, so if the daily candle is actually going to be bullish today, it would want to create a bigger, like, just to follow the pattern that it has been, it would want to create at least 60-70 pips. So that's all we're going to target. We're going to target literally taking out this low and chopping off our position right there. But my overall daily target for today, I think end of day we're going to end up at the midpoint of this for value gap, because we also have some news. So if I can get a good position on my live account, just to hold until the news, I probably will. Like, if I get in somewhere above the open here and it's down here later in the day, I'm just going to hold my position through news. It's definitely dangerous to do that, though. CPI is manipulative. It can go to both sides easily. No wick right there, you see that? Tempting to quit my job. That's my month so far. Let's take a look at this. We got 5,000 P&L this month. Dude, good stuff. Good stuff. 5,000, even 4,000 is probably good for you to like step away, but I would recommend you like be confident in yourself by securing more funding, not just trading a singular funded account or a singular live account. Make sure that you have multiple accounts to work with. That way you can actually do this full time. Like, you kind of want to have a buffer. Sometimes you're just gonna have a bad day, and like you don't want to have all your money in one place, or like put all your source of income into one account, because then it's going to be very difficult for you to come back from that if you lose it. Just like PPI yesterday. I make $1,600 a month at my job, working towards max allocation with alpha when I'm done with legacy as well. Nice, good stuff. $1,600 a month is like nothing. Like, you can make that with a 5K account with a Forex prop firm. Like, that's like, I hope you can get that, hit that goal, quit your job, and do this full time. What you looking for? Are you in a trade already? Just joined. Welcome to the stream. First of all, I am not in a trade yet. I'm looking for a 30-minute candle to close and the reaction of the next one. So I already said what we were looking for just from the open, because this is the open, Asia open candle. The next one open, tapped in, rebalanced, and expanded towards the buy side. It expanded towards buy side all the way to this gap right here. The new 30-minute candle closes in 2 minutes. Oh, we're looking like we're pushing back up, guys. So potentially it might close above here, and I don't know if I want to take a trade from there, guys, because it's consolidating still. I'd want to see shorts more than I want to see buys, because we have at least some room. If we sell, we have some room. Like, we can target all the way at least the low of this consolidation. But if we're buying, if you think about it, if we're buying and it just wants to sweep out and then go back down, like, we're taking a risk here. We're not able to really target, because sometimes you kind of just have to accept the fact that it's consolidating and that price is going to go lower. Because it's so difficult to say, like, oh yeah, it's going to close above, I'm going to hop in and trade for longs. It's difficult, guys. It's so difficult when we're inside of a consolidation. Maybe I'm just thinking of the consolidation incorrectly. Like, this could be the low of the consolidation. This could be the high. We already took out the low, and maybe now we're heading for these highs. Potentially. Potentially. If the rest of my year is like this, I told Nick I will be done at my job. Then in the spring, I'm heading out to San Diego just for vacation and to see Nick and Luca. You guys hearing this? This guy's gonna go down to San Diego just to see Nick and Luca. Buddy, I'm in San Diego too. I'm just kidding. I am in San Diego though. But nah, you're good. Go ahead. Go ahead and see Nick and Luca. I'm just kidding. Yeah, wow. Come on. How's it looking? Okay, so 30 minutes about to close. We respected this one. Are we going to get some sell side? Are we going to get some sell side? Can I just sit here and watch? Personally, if I was trading this without being on a live stream right now, I would wait for the 1 hour to close as well. Because I know the next 30-minute candle can gap up right now. Like, it can go up anyways. So I don't want to be out here risking it if I don't know for sure. Okay, we just got to rebalance. This candle has no wick, so it's 100% going to go back up there. Let's see how far it can run. Ooh, guys, if it was to run down and close below this gap, that would also be closing below the 1 hour at 6 o'clock in my time zone in 30 minutes. And then I'd be confident to run down some shorts. Okay, so see, we just created the wick right there. After rebalancing, digging down a little bit. Scary stuff. Whoa. Some scary stuff right there. Golly. Okay, wick has been created. We can sell off now. If it wants to go down, it can sell off now that we have a wick. Sorry, sir, just joined. Are you looking for and why? I am looking for something. Maybe buys, maybe sells, depending on this 30-minute candle. Because the previous one didn't do what I was looking for. It respected this level, but it didn't start running down. I kind of want to see it run down and close below this level. Or, because we just opened a new 1 hour. If it closes above this fair value gap, then we're going to take longs. Or if we start melting and we get back into this level, if we get back somewhere over here, I'm going to look for sells just so we can get in a little early to target this level. Got it? That's actually super funny. I used to watch something else, not like that. I used to watch Veggie Tales, and then I used to watch Bunny and the Wolf Russian show. Nuzai Spaghetti. This show. Such a funny show. I need to watch some of that. Okay, we're kind of in between there. We would also want to watch how the 30-minute reacts when it taps into this level. Because maybe this next 30-minute candle just decides to tap and then start running up. So like I said, if I'm not streaming and I'm not like pressured, you know, to take a trade, I'm waiting until 6 o'clock. That's just how I would personally be trading this because it is consolidating. Why would we be impatient to figure out where it's going? Because once we figure it out, like for sure, we hop into our trade and we hold it. We catch a decent trade. VeggieTales went hard just like Bible stories. Can you walk through PO3 perspective what you see? Thanks. Daily time frame, we have a gap that got tapped into very shallow. I'm looking for it to run through the midpoint. I'm looking for some more bearish days. And then there was like a pattern that I covered earlier into the stream. I'm not going to go over that again, but essentially if we are running down, I'm expecting, like if we want a bullish candle in today's day, we're still going to look for it to create a bigger wick for today. So I'm looking for some sell side at least to create a bigger wick. So this would be the level that we would aim for. Okay, so now we are looking for it, okay? Now I can scale down and look for this setup because if we get down to this 30-minute, we're probably going to actually start melting off. Beautiful. Beautiful amount of sell side. Okay, so we're already tapped into it. We're probably just going to keep running from here. I don't see any fair value ups whatsoever. I don't see anything that I can use here. Nothing. Only the 30-minute stuff. So we might just have to wait for, 15-minute also has some down here. We might just have to wait until the 6 o'clock once it's down here and we can just take a continuation trade. There's nothing on the lower time frame. Too much consolidation here. Okay, I'll stick to the 30-minute. I had the wrong Telegram link. How many of you guys are in the Telegram, by the way? This is where I send out all the trade continuations if I am unable to send a trade. Like if I have to go, for example, and I leave the stream early, this is where I'd send the trade. So be sure you're in there if you're not already. And I just updated it for whoever asked me on YouTube. I'm also live on YouTube right now, looking at the chat. That's why I look to the side a little bit. Have you ever thought about going live on TikTok? Bet. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't think about it. Do people do that? Traders live on TikTok? I'd probably get flagged for like financial advice. Huge pullback. I do think we're gonna run down. This is the kind of reaction that we see before it actually runs down. Okay, let's see if we got some sort of confirmation now. Also, okay, let's wait. We might get a new fair value up right here. once this 1 minute candle closes. See, 20 seconds. Okay, no for value gap, unfortunately. Actually, there still is a small one. Okay, perfect. We got a little gap. 3, 2, 1, and as soon as the next 1 minute closes below, we're hopping in a setup. Okay, just wait 1 more minute. Stop loss is gonna go like right above this high. Just 1 more minute, come on. And then we're gonna target the low of this right here. Okay, 40 seconds left until the close. Then we wait for it to tap into this level, and that's when we hop in. Be patient with me. Yeah, people just do it. Just put like a not financial advice for entertainment. Okay, I'll think about that. I do have my phone on me, but usually this is what I'm placing my trades on, so I'll have to get another one. Yeah, I'm gonna wait about 20 minutes. Oh, you're gonna wait about 20 minutes. For 6 o'clock? Go ahead, brother. Okay, we are closing in 3, 2, 1. Let's wait for his pullback. Hopefully it pulls back and taps into this level. Come on. It can do that. 100%. Come on. Come on, please, please, please. Get ready. Okay, I'm in. I'm hopping in. Okay, so my stop loss is just above this swing high, and our TP is closing below this gap on the 30-minute time frame. So we're looking for some sell side down to this low right here. Okay, I might have to make my stop loss a little bit higher due to the spreads on the scale. And I'm gonna hop in on the futures account right now. Okay, come on, let's see it pull back. Respect this level, please. 20 seconds, there you go. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm in with 3 lots on my live account. TP's 3643. That's a little bit unfortunate. I still think that it's probably gonna respect this and run down. Yeah, I'm just gonna re-enter here and just put my stop loss above this new swing high. Spreads probably took me out right there. Yeah. Okay, I'm re-entering this position. Same TP. SL just above the new swing high. Was that a mistake? There you go. We're looking for about 30 pips, so this is This is a clean and easy setup. Come on, gold, give it to us. Because now it kind of looks like we just swept out the low into this 30-minute and we're continuing the consolidation. I was hoping that once we close below this gap, we just straight up run down and wick into it. I'm still confident in this specific setup because I think that we are going to aim to close below this. And if not, then I was wrong about the 1 hour narrative. Okay, that took our high. Unfortunate, guys. And down there. That was about a 500 loss. Unfortunate. Risk management was pretty good. I only risked 250 per trade there. And yeah, we just kind of kept consolidating. I expected that we were going to leave this once we got this little gap. And I did see it respect it right here. So I was expecting price to just dip down lower. And the reason why I re-entered there is because the first time it pulled back down anyways. You know, we did have a super tight stop loss. Let's see if it runs down there anyways. We got 20 more minutes until the 30-minute candle closes and the 1 hour candle closes. So let's see. Futures is actually just running down anyway, so my position's still good on futures. It's literally looks like it's down here and inside of this gap on futures. Okay, we didn't get any new gaps either, which is unfortunate. Like, we can't really re-enter. It just looks like it's consolidating. It was good higher time frame price action, I think, but the lower time frame price action is kind of wacky. We're kind of just consolidating. You guys see that? We're literally just consolidating. Future chart is down here inside of this gap. Just looks different. Well, my futures account is gonna hit TP, but that's a little unfortunate that I took a loss on the live account. Another thing, why did that trade not go in your favor? Tight stop loss. I just had a really tight stop loss there. It's consolidating, so it was kind of not surprising. Should I stack 150Ks or would it be better with 100Ks? Yeah, I personally will tell you to get some legacy funded futures accounts, but in terms of just the account size, not including the actual prop firm. So we all trade legacy funded, but this dude is asking me, is it better to do 100Ks or 150Ks with Top Step? And the reason why I decided not to go with the 150K is because of the activation fee. And also, like, basically you can do the same amount. The only thing is, like, placing less risk and having a tighter drawdown, like if you go with the higher account size. But if you go with the lower account size, like, you can basically spend less to get funded. And when you spend less to get funded, or like you give yourself more attempts, it's less stressful. You're like, okay, if I blow the account right here, I'll just like buy it again, and you'll spend the same amount as you would buying a larger account. But for some people, they would just prefer trading the bigger account because their problem is risking too much on a trade. For somebody that can't risk like 250 per trade and you want to risk like 1,000 and have a bigger stop loss, it's going to be difficult for you to do that on a tighter account. Like the 50Ks have like 1,500 or 2,000 drawdown. Like it's going to be super tight. You have to risk $200 or $300 to get a good position and you got to learn how to properly scale in so that you can actually risk a decent amount on it. Holy Drake, where'd that come from? Yeah, I do think it's overall running in the bearish direction, and it's just kind of consolidating, so we got really bad entries for that. Nice. Would you look at that, though? Called it. I'll trim one con at 101 and let the rest go to 1 at 2.5. Okay, what are you guys talking about in here? I do 1 to 2 micros on 50. Micros or minis? Micros is super solid. Like, if you're that patient, you can literally trade, like, basically swing positions, because micros isn't really going to make you that much. That's solid, dude. That's good stuff. Oh, minis. Okay, buddy. Lame. Tomato, tomato. What do you mean you hate micros? You can just take more partials with micros. Yeah, our entry was too early. I also got stopped out because of the spreads. Super unfortunate, genuinely. I emotionally trim, that's my problem. It's not bad to trim, though. When you trim and you leave just a little bit, you go break even and you drag your stop or take profit much further. When I take my profit on my account, I just I drag my stop loss hella further. Like whatever I'm aiming for, I just drag my stop loss or take profit way more than what I was aiming for, and then typically it all works out. I just didn't want to get in the same trade 3 times, especially because it was consolidating. But TP hit. Let's go. We got 6 minutes until the 1 hour closes. If I get 1 hour, then break even my SL and call it good, because it'll give me my 150 winning day I need. Oh, nice. Let's go. Futures just looked completely different. Like on Forex, we ran up twice. On futures, we just literally stayed down inside of that 30-minute and then ran lower. Yeah, you guys can see it created a lower low there. By the way, everybody, I'm gonna be ending the stream just around here. My family also just came back, so I'm gonna go hang out with them. I'm gonna send out a trade because once this 1 hour closes, it's gonna be disrespecting this level right here. This 1 hour FVG, which I was looking for. Once it closes below, I'm literally expecting it to melt through this consolidation. Potentially, it can happen where we just dig through it, just like towards buy side. But I didn't expect us to run on buy side because we didn't create the 60-70 pips wick yet. So that's why I was more oriented towards sell side. So if in the 1 hour we close below, or maybe we don't close below it here and continue higher, 100% possible. But yeah, I'll send out a trade there in the Telegram. So if you want to get that, I'm gonna send you the link right now in the chat. Go ahead and tune in, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for tuning in. Peace out.